Hello, hello. Welcome to yoga. Good to be here. Beautiful day. All right, we're gonna get our yoga on. Whoops, that's too high. Let's get that mat in the screen. I think we'll start sitting because we haven't done that in a while. If you want to grab a blanket and put it underneath you, you may do so. And yeah, we'll just go with the flow. Remember, this is your time, and I'm here to guide and give you a basic structure, but always modify to your needs for the day and for your needs in your body, in your mind, in your spirit. All of those of you who are using this, pressing play on this yoga recording, good for you. So happy that you can have this resource during your week as you're teaching and interfacing with students and colleagues. So important that we take some time for ourselves. And with that in mind, let's come into a comfortable position wherever you are. Sitting up tall, sits bones dropping down into the floor, shoulders over the hips. You can sort of focus your eyes down on the floor or close them. Maybe just take a big sigh. And let's just take a minute today to kind of focus on our face, something that we don't actually spend a lot of time thinking about. Last week we worked with our rib cage. Today I'd like to kind of breathe into different parts of our face and our head. Let's take a nice deep breath in. And as we inhale, think and focus on the bridge right above the eye socket. So the eyebrow bridge, the forehead area. Take a nice inhale. Send some energy to that eyebrow bridge. And on the exhale, imagine that eyebrow bridge just relaxing and dropping, which is going to, of course, affect your forehead. So let's just do 2 more. Breathing into the eyebrow bridge. And then exhaling and letting that part of the face drop. One more time. Let's move the breath to the side of the temples, basically, the outer corners of your eyes. So right below the eyebrow and right to the side of the eyes. Let's send the breath into the temples. And on the exhale, let the temples just drop. Oh, wow. When you focus on them, they really can release. A couple more times. Sending the inhale into the temples and exhaling and letting them relax. Moving outward, let's take it to the jaw, right below the ears. Send the inhale to the jaw, right below the ears. And then exhale. Let the jaw drop. 2 more times. Makes me want to just go, Good, and let's just do the lips. So let's take a breath into the lips. Send the energy to the lips, and let's just flutter those lips on the exhale. Ooh, that was harder than I thought. More tension there than I thought. Let's try a couple more times. Breathing into the mouth, to the lips, to the teeth, to the tongue. And then flutter those lips. One more time. Wow, good. Let's scrunch up your face a little, give yourself a little face massage. And let's take the arms up and look up. And maybe let's just stretch that right arm, bringing the left elbow into the rib cage. Look up at the hand. And then switch. Left arm comes up, look up. Send that hand back, sort of behind your ear. Couple more of these. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Good. Bring that left arm forward and the right arm back. Inhale. And then switch. Pull the elbow back and then reach the right fingertips forward. Exhale. And switch. Really want you to emphasize the pull of the elbow. That's going to get that back warmed up. Do you feel that right behind the mid back, right behind the scapula? We're getting that upper body twist, right? The waist is staying centered, but the chest is twisting. Warming up, rib cage. Good. And hands to the knees. Inhale, arch, look up. Chin to the ceiling, and then round, look down. Scoop the pelvis and belly button towards the spine. Use the hands on the knees as gentle kind of levers, leverages, what's the word? Resistance. Good, and let's just do a nice rib cage circle to the right. Stir it up, stir up the pot. This should feel delicious. And you can add the head in as you kind of drop the chin on the contraction and lift as you arch. Try the other direction. Nice and slow. Good. Take a nice deep breath in, lengthen the spine, and take note of which leg you have in front. Sorry, I forgot to do that. Take the torso all the way forward and just release. Let the elbows drop. Let the head be heavy, but lift the belly button towards the spine. Engaging the core. That's going to get those sits bones to really reach down into the mat. Now lift the elbows off the floor and walk the fingertips further away from the head. Breathe here. And slowly walk those fingertips up. Place the hands behind the hips. Open up the knees a little so that the bottom part of the leg, the shin, if you will, is on the mat. We're going to inhale here, squeezing the shoulders together behind us and the chin to the chest. And on the exhale, we're going to lift the pelvis off the floor and release the head. Tight glutes here. Breathe. On the exhale, release the pelvis back down and unhook those legs. Give them a little shake and maybe a little rub down. That feels good, especially in the hips. Good. I'm gonna actually remove my blanket here. So let's do it just in between doing the other side. Let's just do a little pelvis hip opener, kind of loosener. We're gonna twist to the right, place the hands on the ground, let the knees fall to the floor. We're gonna reach the hands away from the pelvis. We're gonna send the chest down to the floor. So the chest, so you almost want your chin and your chest touching the floor. And then push up. And then switch sides, come back to center. And slowly twist over, taking the hand away from the torso. Elbows come down towards the body as the chest and the chin. Ooh, that's a stretch for the left shoulder as well. Coming up, let's do both sides. I better readjust myself here. One more time each side. Go slow. Coming up, other side, knees fall to the floor, torso twists as far as it can go, fingertips far from the body, and then chest and chin to the floor, and back to center. Good. Bring the opposite leg in front that you had before. Inhale, look up. On the exhale, arms come forward and just release. Let the elbows bend, let the torso be heavy. Breathe and sigh. Lift the belly button towards the spine, engage the core, and then walk those fingers further away from the head. Get a nice stretch between the scapulas, the upper back. And when you're ready, slide yourself back to sitting. Open up those legs slightly. Hands behind the pelvis, fingertips forward. Inhale. Squeeze the shoulders together, chin to chest. And exhale, pelvis lifts off the floor. Release the head. And on the exhale, release down, unhook those legs, and let's just do a little stretch here. I think you can see my feet, yes. So our arms are right above our legs. We're gonna inhale. We're gonna reach up through the waist, forward on the diagonal, tracing the line of the legs. My feet are flexed. I'm gonna release the torso down between the legs and then roll back up. Again, flutter up, trace the line of the legs, reach, 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 and then release the torso down, roll up, last time. Flutter those arms. Try to keep the back straight for as long as possible as you release down. And drop the forehead and roll all the way to sitting. All right, time to open the door. I think the neighbor's blower has stopped. It needs air. Great. You know, I really liked what we did last week. I'm gonna add a little element to it this week. So we're gonna start with the right leg out. We're gonna reach up with the right arm. We're gonna reach the left arm to the mat, lift the right leg off the floor, and then reach the right arm all the way overhead. So we have a nice long line here. Last week, we just came up and back. This week, we're gonna add a little crunch. Let's take that right arm up and reach that left arm down. Send the leg up and out, foot flexed, and then reach overhead. We're gonna bring the elbow to the knee in front of us with a contraction, and then out. And then we're gonna bring the elbow and the knee to the side of us, and then out. Recover. Again, same side. Set yourself up, long line. Contract, knee to elbow. Inhale as you extend, exhale as you contract, elbow to knee. And recover, other side. Adjust yourself in your space so you have room to reach overhead. Left arm comes up, inhale, exhale, reach. Set that leg up first, really flex the foot and reach the head over arm. Let's just do that and come back up because we did that once on the other side. Again, inhale, exhale, inhale, reach, exhale, contract in front, inhale, exhale, contract on the side, inhale, and recover. Good, again. Went through that kind of fast, but do everything at your own pace. Beautiful. Let's just take a moment here on our knees since we're here just to do a little camel pose. And actually, I'm gonna go for it today. It's been a while since I've been able to do it. Get my blocks. We can always do it with our hands. Like palm of the hand right at the top of the pelvis, fingertips facing down, tight glutes, and then a nice little teeter tot or lean, elbows back, looking up. Another option is to take the hands on your blocks or your heels. Inhale, squeezing the shoulders together behind you, chin to chest. And then exhale, press the pelvis forward, release the head. Two really good options there. And I haven't been able to do that. I think it's been like 3 or 4 months, maybe even more because of my shoulders. So we got to go where our body needs us to go. Let's come into all fours. Just do a few cat's breath, cat cow, because it feels good. Yes, arch and round. Whew. Arch and round. All right, good. Let's come into neutral. Send the right leg out and up. Take the left arm off the floor. Just really establish that strong core. The heel is flexed, pressing the mat with the root of all 5 fingers and the base of the thumb. Come on down, switch sides, left leg up. Establish that really flexed heel, right arm up. Breathe, lift the belly button. Take a look at yourself. Yeah? Woo. Just make sure that left hip is shining down towards the mat. And release. Come on down onto your forearms. Let's come into a low plank. We're just gonna hang out here for a minute. Find our low plank. Let's breathe. And let's push the hips up and come into dolphin. So it's kind of like downward dog, but on the forearms. Breathe. And back into a low plank. Check yourself out. Ooh, yeah, my booty was too high. Need to drop that. Breathe. Lower the knees and press the pelvis back. Let's take the weight off the arms for a minute. Bring the hands down to the ankles. Come into child's pose. Surrender. This is always a good place to come to if you need a home base. Child's pose. All right, now we're gonna do the right leg up and out, foot flexed, and the right arm. So the whole right side. Now you don't want to open up the hip yet. You really want the right hip shining down towards the mat. Good. Bring that in. Try the left side. Left leg comes up and out, and left arm comes out. Now you'll see that you have to really grip, not grip, but be strong with the right arm. And your body naturally shifts the weight to the right side, and that's of course normal and fine. Good, bring it back. Take the right leg forward, tuck the toe, and let's just come into a runner's lunge, hands on either side of the front foot. I like to just do a few little rocks here. Find my sweet spot. And now from here, let's just do a few pyramid stretches, hamstring stretches, straightening the leg, and then coming down into the lunge again. So you bring the torso down over that front leg. I've got my hands propped up on my fingers. Gives me a little bit more height. Now, if you want your block on either side of your foot here, that'll really help you. Good. And now let's flatten that left hand and do a little twist with the right. Snap, crackle, pop. Can you get that back leg, the leg that's straight, a little straighter? Good. Take the hand down, take the leg back, and let's actually come into down dog. Maybe walk the dog here, since it's our first down dog of the day. Treading the feet a little bit, lifting the heels, sending them down. And then take that left foot forward and come into your runner's lunge. Do a little rock here. And then when you're ready, coming into that pyramid, nose to knee, and then back down into the runner's lunge. Try to keep the spine nice and long. Top of the head, moving away from the heel. Last time, loosening up those hips. The right hand goes flat to the mat, and we take the left arm up for a nice spinal twist in runner's lunge. Looking up, trying to keep space between our shoulder and our ear. Hand comes down, and we step back into down dog. Good old down dog. 3 breaths here. Good. Go ahead and walk the hands and the feet towards each other. Shake the tail. Shake the knees. Shake the head. And maybe even shake the arms. Good. Nice micro bend in the knees, and let's roll slowly to standing, vertebrae by vertebrae. Good. Let's do our pranayama, our 20 breaths. You know how it goes. Inhale, reach, look up, and exhale, coming through heart center. Play with your timing. Use speed, accelerate, decelerate as needed. This is the time to reconnect with our life force. Pranayama, our breath, marks the end of our warm-up. And it's just a wonderful way mid-class to recenter with what is powering everything we do in yoga, our breath. When you're ready, begin. Three more. That last one, interlace the fingers in a way that doesn't feel normal. Send the palms to the ceiling. Let's just walk the shoulders one at a time, higher and higher and higher up in the imaginary ladder. And then keeping them there, stay lengthened and bring those arms slowly down, and that brings your shoulders down. Let's just do a few shoulder circles here because it feels good. Good. Now I've been working on a little combo. It's kind of like a yoga dance. It's sort of an every 4 count. Every pose gets 4 counts. It's in a preliminary stages, so no judging, but let's just play with it. So it starts with a 4 count lift of the knee, the right knee to the chest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a step back into a nice lunge, really far with the heel up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to take 4 counts to come up to a crescent pose, and then we're going to straighten that front leg and open the arms. We're going to do our little standing twist to where we reach across the body and dip and come up and recenter. I think that's 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to open and do a little bringing the toes forward and do a little warrior, like an arrow with the right knee over the right toe, and then a left warrior over there. And then I think we're going to do some squats and some rises, some squats and some rises, and then maybe I'll kind of wing it, and then we're going to do the other side. So we twist the other direction and we do a 4 count lift of the thigh, 4 count shift back into a lunge with the arms back, 4 count crescent pose, 4 count open and straighten the front leg. A twist across the body, a dip, This is a challenge. Recover and open. Then the toes come forward and we do a little warrior to the left and a warrior to the right. We're gonna see how this goes. I have a piece of music and we're gonna play with it. So maybe something that we can add to as we go on through the summer session here. All right. Here we go. Oops. That's not where we want the song. The beginning. This is one of my favorite songs of all times. So let's just start at the top of our mat. Get a nice deep breath in. And a breath out. Right leg is going to come up for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And back. 2, 3, 4. And press off. And open. And pause. Now the twist. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and warrior, warrior, warrior. Now we're going to go into sumo squat. 1, 2, 3, 4, rise. 2, 3, 4. Again. Good. Now I don't know exactly this part I need to fill. Maybe nice chair squats. This is the winging it part. Let's just do a dive. All the way forward while she says falling through your mouth. And then rolling up. Now we're going to do the other side. So we have lift the knee for 4. Send it back for 4. Nice and controlled. Press and pose. And come up. Nice big breath. 2 count twist. 1, 2, tip over. Come back up and open. This is our warrior. 4 of these. Then we're going to go into our sumo and star. 4 counts. Thank you. 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to come up and down all the way to the ground and all the way down onto the floor. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, come up to boat. Inhale, reach. Hold this one, open the legs, and close that legs. Left over right. Twist across the body. Look to the left. Come back to boat. Twist right over left. Back to boat. Knees in the chest. Roll back, roll up, roll back. Last one, we're going to stand. Open, shift to the right. Right, left, right, Let's just keep going here. Stay low. Keep going. Come center and dive down between the arms. Let them fall a little bit forward. Heels come in, sumo. Star. Hold. We made a little yoga dance. So you can see I'm working on that. Some stuff I have to fill out. Some sections I have to fill out, but I hope you were able to follow along. Send me feedback on that if you liked it or didn't. All right. That was our fun moment. Let's just do a little bit of standard yoga. Good, this is good. Yeah, let's come to the back of our mat. Let's inhale, look up. Exhale, dive through. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, walking the hands out to plank. Holding plank. Now, we're gonna either lower the knees or keeping the knees up, lower down into chaturanga. And then we're gonna hang out here on our bellies for a minute. Situate yourselves to have some room. Lift the left leg off the mat, take your arms above your head, and the right arm off the mat. Your chest is a little lifted off the mat. Go ahead, just hold here. Breathe. Keep those two pelvic bones really pressing down into the mat. Try switching sides now. Left arm and right leg. You want the leg straight and the arm straight, but not locked. And now we're gonna switch. And then we're gonna switch again. And again. And again. And start getting faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. Kick, 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 kick. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest. Whew. Good, good. Good back strengthening, glute strengthening. Again, taking the hands above the head. We're gonna inhale and lift the chest off the floor. We're gonna exhale, take the arms out to a T, and then we're gonna inhale and bring the elbows in to the ribs, and we're gonna try to bring the head a little higher, and then rest on the exhale. Inhale, arms come above the head, and chest comes off the mat. Exhale, the arms go out to a T position. Ha. Inhale, elbows come to the rib cage, get a little higher, and come down and rest. Let's do that 2 more times in our own time. Good. Go ahead and bring those heels together. You can bring your hands underneath your forehead. Sort of frog's legs. Lift the legs off the floor. This is a glute strengthener. And then exhale, tap the legs down, but then, inhale, tap the legs down, and then exhale, right back up off the floor. So we spend most of our time with our legs off the floor. Inhale, exhale, ha, up. Inhale, exhale, shoo, hold. Good, one more. Hold, drop those shoulders, click those heels, 1, 2, 3, open and close, 4, there's no place like home, there's no place like home, there's no place like home. And release. Good, just let those legs kind of flutter back and forth. And let's come back into our half plank. We're going to do a little core work in half plank. So we're on our forearms. Find your half plank. Now what we're going to do here, my feet are about hip distance apart. We're going to tap the right knee and straighten, left knee, straighten, right and left, and right and left. Last set, right and left, and drop the knees, relax, prayer pose. We're going to do that again. Now you can do it on your hands in full plank, or you can stay in half plank, whatever feels good to you today. Coming, finding your plank, tight glutes. Now we're going to twist. Right hip, back to center, left hip taps the mat. Right hip taps the mat, left, right, back center, left, last set, right, center, left, center. Now, if that hurts your lower back, you want to make the movement small, and you really want to engage the core more. It might be easier even to be here in full plank, because then you don't have to, you have a little bit more room to twist. You can find the right place for you where it's challenging but not painful. Okay, let's find our way into plank in a high plank, and then a down dog. Love that down dog. Let's, for fun today, take the left leg up in the air first, because I've got more room, and then stack the left hip on top of the right, and then let that heel fall toward the glute. Slowly let that foot fall to the ground and drop your bottom onto the ground. We're going to come into wild thing, pressing the hips up, reaching up over the head. If you want to come up onto that, the toes of the left foot, you can. Now come back. Now we're going to get back into our down dog, but it's going to start with a one-legged down dog. So we reach up and over, extend that leg, and come back down. I don't know if I have enough room to do the other side. So we're in down dog. We lift the right leg up, and then we're stacking the right hip on top of the left, and we're looking under the right armpit. Then we let the heel fall to the glute, and we let that slowly take us down onto it, the weight of that foot. Pressing into wild thing, hips come up, come all the way back. See if you can reach and touch something behind you. I've got my heel off the floor with my right foot coming back down. And then we're going to use this leg to push up and over onto a one-legged down dog, and then bring it into down dog. Go ahead and jump or walk the feet to the hands and come into a forward fold, and then slowly roll to standing. I think I forgot about getting water today. All right. We're doing great. But lots of time. We can fit some more fun things in here. Let's come into a chair pose. Finding our chair, arms are by our ears, knees over toes, belly lifted. Let's cross that right leg over the left. And if you can, hook the foot behind the calf. I can't really do that. Open the arms and then bring the left arm under the right. Bring the palms together in a prayer, in like a twisted prayer. So we've got eagle arms in eagle pose. Lift the elbows up. Good. Let's stand up and take that thigh to the chest, keeping the eagle arms. Good. Let's step back and place the heel on the ground. So we're in a warrior one stance with eagle arms. Looking up. Chest up. Square those hips. Take the torso down between the thighs, unwrap them, and see if you can take the left arm around the thigh and the right arm around the back. See if you can connect your fingertips. I can't, but I'm trying. Good. Unconnect that wrap, come into warrior two. Hold warrior two. Maybe straighten that leg and do a little breath here. And let's come back all the way forward into mountain. Now we have to remember what we did and do the other side. Chair. Eagle. Now this time, open the arms, the right goes underneath. Lifting the elbows. Sinking into your pose, but not dumping. Keeping the eagle arms. Lift that leg off, thigh to chest, and then send it back and plant the back heel. Coming into warrior two stance with eagle arms. Looking up. When you're ready, take the torso over and down, and the arms unwrap, and then you reach the right underneath and the left behind, trying to reach them towards each other. Coming out of that, return through warrior two. Breath here. And then lengthen that front leg. Give yourself a little stretch. Back. And then back to warrior two. And then I think we just stepped back to mountain, if I remember correctly. Good. Good stuff. That felt powerful. Let's make our way down to our mats. We got a few core exercises in when we did the dance, the yoga dance. Let's just break that down a little bit. So if we're down on our backs, our arms are above our head. We inhale here. Now we can come up with the feet on the floor on the exhale. Inhale as you recover. Or you can come up with the feet off the floor, but knees bent. Inhale, do this with me. Or you can come all the way up to the V or the full V. The legs in V or the arms in V. Yeah, and release. I added this, let's just try this once together. Well, I'll do it with my knees bent, This is a version that you can do with your knees bent. Inhale. On the exhale, come up and then open the legs and close the legs and then come down. That's just another challenge that you can give yourself. Yeah. Let's just do those again. Both with the feet on the ground, then the feet off the ground, and then the legs straight. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, come up, feet on the ground. Inhale, back down. Exhale up, feet off the ground, knees bent. Inhale, back down. Exhale, legs straight. And back down. And last one, we'll hold wherever you are. Open the legs, close the legs. Good. Now let's tuck the right under the left right away. Inhale and twist. That was in the dance, I think right after we did the core. And then we kind of unraveled, and you can use your hands on the mat here, or you can release. And then twist the other leg, open the arms, and then twist over the shoulder. Yeah. So you can always have your hands here. If you're going into the twist, tuck, open, twist, recover, tuck the other leg, open, twist. Yeah. Coolio. All right, we did some core. Let's do our bridge. Feet flat on the mat. Inhale, exhale, press into bridge. You know what I feel like we need? A little meditative moment here. Let's drop the pelvis and let's just do 5 bridges, moving the arms up when the pelvis goes up and down when the pelvis goes down. Matching the movement of the breath with the movement of the arms and the pelvis. Here we go, 5 of them. On your 5th one, let's stay here with the pelvis up and the arms up. Just breathe. Maybe you can open and kiss the knees together if you feel like it. 5 times. And recover. Go ahead and hug those knees to the chest. Maybe do some circles with them. Shake the legs out. Good. Let's take a nice deep breath in here. Feet flat on the ground. Arms above the head. On the exhale, let's peel ourselves up to sitting. And then let's just take the forehead forward with the knees going into the eye sockets and the hands coming behind the back. Coming back down, slowly vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale, arms above the head. Exhale, coming up to sitting. And then releasing the forehead forward. Knees going into the eye sockets. You can hold on to the ankles, the feet, or you can wrap the arms behind you. and recover. Go ahead and just let the knees fall open and take a hold of the feet like you're opening a book. So the pinky side of the feet is sort of connected. You can use the elbows to kind of gently open the knees. Go ahead and take hold of your toes with your pointy finger and your middle finger, sitting up nice and tall. Take that right leg out, and then see if you can take your left leg out. Woo. Use your core to not wiggle wobble around. Bring one leg in and then the other. Relax. Maybe try getting into that again with the other leg first. Sitting nice and tall. One leg, the other. And coming down gracefully. That's just kind of a fun thing to try. It reminds me of babies when they learn how to kind of hold their feet and they're like, they're so flexible. All right, take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. Ooh. Hug the left knee to the chest. Cross it over the body, spinal twist. Surrender to the stretch. Let gravity do the work. Recover. Other side. Right knee to the chest. Cross the body. Spinal twist. Knee and shoulder working their way toward the ground. And recover, grabbing the outside of the feet, happy baby, trying to get the lower back nice and flat on the ground. Little rock and roll here. And release that. Inhale and reach the fingertips away from the toes. Hold the breath at the top of the inhale and squeeze everything that you can possibly squeeze. Hold it tighter, hold it tighter, hold it tighter, and release. Swallow, remove the tongue from the roof of the mouth, stick it out. Say, ha. And close your eyes. Make your way into deep relaxation, Shavasana. We'll find a piece of music for you.
And you can stay in Shavasana for as long as you want. Otherwise, we will seal our practice today with acknowledgement that we showed up, we did the work, we deserve all the credit. And showing up to our mat and to our yoga practice is a way to show up to ourselves, our fears, our strengths, our quirks. And the quirks in me salute the quirks in you. Namaste. I just realized I did not connect the sound to my computer, so you may not have been able to hear that song, and I'm so sorry about that. If it sounded like muffled noise, I apologize. We had some challenges today. We did some dance yoga, we did some funky raps, and you stayed with it. So I'm so happy that you did. See you next time.